Night one of the 2019 NFL Draft is done, and the Ravens at 25 chose Marquise Hollywood Brown. I'm Jessica Knock, joined by Cliff Brown and John Eisenberg. Guys, what do you think wide receiver first round?
Yeah, if Marquise Brown is the same player for the Ravens that he was in college, I think it could be a great pick for the Ravens. He's so explosive, and he's not just a guy who catches passes. He can run reverses. He can take a short pass, turn to a long gain. And I think in this offense the Ravens are trying to build, they're going to use him in a variety of ways. So when you put him out there with Lamar Jackson, that can be two major headaches for a defense. So I really like it.
You know, how many years have we sat here and sort of talked about it? Maybe the Ravens offense was a little slow, sometimes a little predictable. Those days are over. This is speed. So between Lamar Jackson and Hollywood Brown, the Ravens are flying. So that's what, I mean, the choice was, there were a couple of nice linemen there. I wouldn't have minded seeing a lineman taken, but, you know, they had a hard time with quick strike scores last year, so they needed playmakers. There's no doubt about it, and so they got one.
Was there any surprise that they went from 22 to 25? Were you surprised with the trade, or even that they stayed in the first round?
I wasn't, because there was a lot of talk, obviously, before the draft that they might do that. And I think it got to the point when they got to be about 20, you know, or 18 or 20, they knew that they could get a player that they wanted and get some extra picks for later, which is what they wanted to do. They only had 8 picks coming into the draft. They wanted more. Now to get a player like Hollywood and extra draft picks, that gives them more ammo to do stuff on Friday and Saturday.
So check off wide receiver. What's the guess for tomorrow? Rounds 2 and 3.
Well, they still have needs: offensive line, inside linebacker, and pass rusher. You can't get all of them. I wouldn't be surprised if they take another wide receiver somewhere down the road, because still they want as many playmakers as they can get. So they have a lot of options now, though, more than they did when the draft started, because A, they got the wide receiver, and B, they got extra picks. So it's hard to predict what they'll do, but at least they have more flexibility to address more of their needs.
Yeah, the Ravens have a long history of taking offensive linemen. Marshall Yanda was a second-day pick. A lot of guys taken in. Orlando Brown, second-day pick. The Ravens are really good at finding those guys at that position in particular that can sometimes start as rookies. So I think they're going to hope that that's the way they're going to address maybe the interior of the offensive line.
I love it. We got Marquise Brown. And we have to give a quick shout out to Ryan Mink and his wife Kristen on their new baby this morning. Congrats, guys. Marquise Brown will be right here in Under Armour Performance Center tomorrow, so keep an eye out for all of that.